What's the deal, YouTube? What's the deal, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Timothy Bradley versus Jessie Vargas. And Jessie Vargas, at the end of this fight, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. End of the fight, 12th round, Jessie Vargas hurts Timothy Bradley. The ref hears, I guess it's the 10-minute warning bell, and he acts as if the fight is over with. Jessie Vargas thinks that the fight is over and that the ref is calling the fight. Jessie Vargas is celebrating hilariously that the fight. Well, the young man is thinking, damn, I just came back and beat a war-tested veteran like Timothy Bradley, who's been in the ring with Manny Pacquiao, Mel Marquez, Ruslan Provodnikov, Devin Alexander. He had a fight with damn it, the kid that just fought Danny Garcia. What the fuck? Lamont Peterson. He's been in there with a lot of fucking guys. So Vargas is thinking, wow, man, I just beat a guy the caliber of Timothy Bradley, who is at one point rated in that top 5 of all boxers out there, and he got the fucking rug snatched out from under him. Right now, what we're doing is we're waiting on the decision, and then we'll talk about it. I have Timothy Bradley winning every round but one round. Actually 2 rounds. I have him winning every round but 2 rounds. But we shall see what these judges have to say in just a minute. We've seen a lot of robberies. I didn't come in expecting a lot from Jessie Vargas. I am kind of, I don't want to say surprised, but I thought the fact that Jessie gave him a pretty good fight. Here comes the decision.
Pat Russell signaled the end of the round, not the end of the fight as a result. We consult the official scorecard to determine a winner. Judge Lucas scores it 116 to 112. Rocky Young 117 to 111. And Judge Bayless scores it 115 to 112. For the winner, by way of unanimous decision, and now, interim WBO welterweight world champion, Desert Storm.
All right.
Monica Bradley celebrates her husband's victory. Tim Bradley is the winner of the fight.
Okay.
And now Jessie Vargas and the people in this.
All right, so Timothy Bradley wins the fight over Jessie Bradley. The ref definitely fucked up in the end.
Took away Vargas' advantage. And then he had a chance to score a clean knockout. It was his only chance to win the fight. That pass was stolen from him.
Yeah.
I don't know what you can do about it, but you know, it took away Vargas' chance to build.
That's fucked up. Because the thing is that Vargas had Timothy Bradley almost damn near gone. It doesn't mean that he would have won the fight, because if you remember the Ruslan Provodnikov fight, Timothy Bradley basically staggered out of that fight because Ruslan was whooping his ass in the end of that fight. So I don't know if Jessie Bradley could have won in that last 10 seconds. God damn, look at this man's eye. Let me get a picture of that eye. Fuck, that eye's fucked up. I'm gonna show you. I want to show y'all what that fucking eye looks like. God damn, Timothy Bradley's eyes fucked up again. Look at what Timothy Bradley's eye looks like, folks. That's Timothy Bradley's eye. It don't look too bad on that picture. Let me shrink this shit. Got another picture of him? Look at the eye. That boy's eyes fucked. See it? But yeah, man. Wow. I'm waiting for the I'm gonna wait for the post-fight. Let's listen to this ref real quick and see what he has to say.
You're also a fight fan. It was a tremendous fight, and the loser of the fight had the winner hurt with 10 seconds to go. I hate to ask you, but how do you feel after a moment like that? I can make the call that I made based upon what I heard. That's all I can say. It was an honest call on an honest decision. A referee has to make a million decisions. They're not always going to be perfect. Can't appreciate it.
All right, so that was the ref that just made that atrocious call. Here's Tim Bradley.
I feel great right now, man. I want to thank all the fans for coming out tonight, man. Thank you for all your support. Everybody that came from Coachella, baby. 30 Cents in the house, baby. I love you guys. And all the fans that came out, thank you.
Why the fuck are the fans booing Tim Bradley and not the fucking ref? It's like they just booed Tim Bradley, but they didn't boo the fucking ref who made the fucked up call.
Pretty badly, and was denied that last 10 seconds to try to finish you. On the one hand, you're the beneficiary of the referee's early stoppage. On the other hand, you have to somehow now defend the fact that you won the fight. How do you feel about that?
I don't have to defend anything, man. He called me the good shot at the end. The ref already heard the bell. I was good enough. I could have explained pain. I grabbed the hold to him. Towards the end of the fight, look at the review. I grabbed the hold to him. I was squeezing so tight. You know what I'm saying? Like his mom was hugging him. Hey, we do it again. Hey, it was. We gave the best good fight. I didn't let me finish what I started, man. Hey, it was a great shot, man. You caught me, you hurt me, but you know what? I would have finished. I ain't gonna lie. It was 10 seconds left.
So let's look at it, Tim, and you tell me what you see.
He stepped in, got my hand low.
Ooh, God damn, he caught Tim Bradley with a mean right hand. Shit. Yeah, he would have finished. He would have finished. He would have finished. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. He would have finished. He would have finished. Tim Bradley wouldn't have been stopped. You can see it. You can see it, but goddamn.
You still win the fight on the scorecard. You heard Jessie asking you for a rematch. Do you think the last few seconds of that fight warrants a rematch?
Why not? Why not? We can do a rematch. Hey, I don't have a problem with that. We can definitely do a rematch, man. Jessie came out, he fought hard, man. I felt like I was in better shape than he was. That's why I let him take over the fight. Towards the second half, when he started fading, I started coming on strong with my jab and landing combinations. But absolutely, I'll give him a rematch, no problem.
Tim, the fight was going your way, and we thought it was pretty close early a lot of the rounds, but we were favoring you in close rounds because you were seizing the initiative. You seemed to take over by a greater margin the second half of the fight, and yet in rounds 11 and 12, you got on your bike a little bit. Why?
Just outboxing him, man. I knew I was ahead on the scorecard. I just figured I would move and let him take the initiative and then just counter punch him, because when I was coming forward, he was looking for that jab and he was looking for that overhand right.
Yep.
He caught me at the end with
caught your ass with that overhand right.
Stuck it over.
God,
but you know what?
damn, that was a monstrous overhand right.
Come on, man. I survived Provodnikov. Come on.
What's that?
And I said that he survived Provodnikov under the same situation.
And here you were again. It's not exactly Provodnikov, but in the 12th round, you saw that was a brutal shot he landed. He had all his weight behind it, hit you on the button. Here's a replay.
I didn't go anywhere though, baby. I was still there and I was still alive, baby.
Well, you never do go anywhere, Tim.
Perfect shot over right. I didn't go down. Look at me. I look at my legs. I strong my legs are. I get back in position, spin out. I'm backing up. I know where I'm at. I know exactly what I'm doing right now. Get my hands up. Here he comes. Land the body shot. I know where I'm at.
Are you aware that the fight's almost over, that the round's almost over at that point? Or are you thinking, here we go again in one of these kinds of dog fights here and stuff?
I'm thinking, damn it, I didn't listen to my trainer again and I ended up getting hurt. In the last round, he told me to stick and move. I was winning the fight easily and, you know, I got lazy in there, got careless. He timed me with a perfect overhand right.
Congratulations on the win, Tim. I'm sure we'll see you soon.
Time, baby. Hey.
All right, so We finna get ready to listen to Jessie Vargas, man. I'm impressed with the guy.
Can I get a rematch, man? Man, I told you. Hey, talk to the people. Let's go.
See, we'll start at the end. We'll start at the end. When Pat Russell said that's it, fight's over, what did you say?
Well, it was over. I mean, I heard something, and I hit him with a shot. I came up, capitalized with about 3-4 shots. He was about to break us up, but we were still in the clinch, so I still let my hands go, and it was still very wobbly, and that's when we stopped the fight. But
Do you think
it was still going on? It was only the 10-second mark.
now the fight was over really with 7 seconds left in the fight? Do you think in those 7 seconds you could have gotten Tim Bradley out of there? Another knockdown even doesn't win.
Out. Was he not out? All I needed was one shot. That's what I was looking for. And Pat Russell came in. It was just an honest mistake on his part. I think we all acknowledge the fact that it was a mistake. But those 10 seconds cost me a fight.
Okay, we had him up in the fight. The judges also had him up by a pretty wide margin in the fight. And throughout most of it, he seemed to take the initiative and keep the initiative in a competitive fight. Close competitive rounds early, but he was forcing the action. Finally, in the 12th, you hit him with that big shot. What took 11 rounds in like 45 seconds or whatever it was, 2 minutes and 45 seconds before you landed that shot?
You know what, Max? My corner was asking for that big right hand. They saw it coming. They must have. It was my mistake. I thought I was controlling with the jab. Every time he stepped in with the jab, I would catch it perfectly. I would feel that it would hurt him. It would buzz him. And he would catch me every now and then with a few jabs, but they weren't doing anything to me. You know, they weren't as strong as my jabs. And that's what I felt was controlling it. But
in a rematch,
my right hand goes.
you asked for a rematch quickly. In a rematch, do you start sooner?
We start up where we left off. In that last round, throw more punches, keep more active. You know, that would be the big there.
Thanks, Jesse. Tough way to lose. Sensational end. Jesse.
All right, thank you very much, Max Kellerman. Now we're ringside with Andre Ward. Andre, one last time.
All right, folks. So Timothy Bradley wins the fight. Jessie Vargas was robbed of about 7 to 10 seconds. I think it was 5. He stopped the fight at the 5-second mark or something like that. Do I think Jessie Vargas would have finished Timothy Bradley at that point? You never know. I've seen stranger situations. I've seen people hit with shots very, very late. So yeah, Jessie Vargas could have won the fight. I gave Timothy Bradley every round in this fight, but I think I where's my paper? Shit. I think I gave him every round but 3. I think there were 3 rounds that I scored to Jessie Vargas. And if you want to give Jessie Vargas, one of them being that final round, that 12th round, where he did hit Timothy Bradley with an absolute bomb. I'm talking about a crushing bomb that wobbled Timothy Bradley. I had Timothy Bradley coming in winning the fight simply because of his resume and everything that he has been through as a fighter. I mean, you're talking about a guy, once again, that has been in there with Manny Pacquiao, been in there with Ruslan Provodnikov, been in there with Devin Alexander, been in there with Juan Manuel Marquez, been in there with Lamont Peterson. This guy has been in there with some of the who's who in that division. And some of them he's gotten victories over, including that bullshit-ass victory over Manny Pacquiao, but it's still a victory over Manny Emmanuel Pacquiao. So Timothy Bradley scores this win. I have no idea. Actually, I will probably be live again in, I would say, about 30 minutes because we're going to be talking Machida versus Romero. So if you're not subscribed, make sure that you subscribe. We'll go live again in a little while so we can post recap that fight as well. If you're not tuned in, go ahead and tune in, man, because it's live, free TV. We'll talk about that. Let me look at my comment section for a minute. What are we talking about in the comment section? I don't care about the early stoppage. Jessie Vargas had 10 previous rounds to make something happen. Absolutely. Who won, my friend? Timothy Bradley won. It doesn't matter how the eye looks like Bradley. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Where can I watch the fight free? I watched the fight free on a website called VIP Box. That is my website. That's the website that I use to check out the fights for free if they're on one of these channels that I don't subscribe to. But if the fight is on pay-per-view, I just order the pay-per-view. I make sure I order, especially if you didn't order the Mayweather versus Pacquiao fight on pay-per-view, you tried to stream it, you weren't getting shit. So yeah, because there were streams online, but that fucking shit was lagging so bad, and some of these streams really lag. So most of the time, if I can order a pay-per-view, I order the pay-per-view. If I can't, then I just stream it from one of these sites. But yeah, big win from Timothy Bradley defeating Jessie Vargas. I will be back as we recap UFC Miami. Make sure you subscribe. Let's take a look at some of these screenshots again before we go. Oh shit, can't do that shit. Trying to get my ass flagged. I'm fucking showing some of the UFC shit. UFC will come and flag my ass quick. Just some of the screenshots from that I got from the Jessie Vargas versus Timothy Bradley. I wish I would have recorded that punch. That punch that fucking rocked. That fucking rocked Timothy Bradley in the 12th round. That was a fucking bomb. A fucking bomb out of this world. Timothy Bradley has scar tissue around that eye, though. His eye is starting to do that in every single fight. I think Ruslan Provodnikov started that shit, and now he just has it in every single fight. But yeah, folks, let me know what you thought about the fight. Join me later on as we recap Machida versus Romero. We will go live as soon as that fight ends. 9 times out of 10, that fight is going to end early. So if you're not tuned in, get tuned in to Fox Sports or check it out online, VIP Box. That is the website that I use to watch pretty much all my fights. And I'm going to talk to you guys next time. Peace.